Okay, so QML state. So we have covered state transition, state property of item as a state class partially. So in a state class we have covered name, so we have covered this and name. What we are going to cover now is in this. So when, how to extend, and then we'll cover parent changes and we'll talk about state change script. So these things we'll start with when. So when is used like so right now our code is okay. So here if mouse area is pressed, then it is triggering the state change. So now state means states would change. Here only we will put the close. Okay, so kind of no need to have external close. So there only we can have the close. So that is when. Extend is we can have inheritance in QML state. So one state can extend other state. Changes, property changes we have discussed extensively. We'll see parent change. Okay, a little bit we'll talk about a state change script. So parent change would change the parent. Okay, so it is something like suppose I am drawing image. Okay, so I have very beautiful image and that I am drawing here. Okay, I have very beautiful image that I am drawing here. Okay, so this area is the parent of this image. I can change the parent from here to here. I mean right now if this area is parent of this image, I can set this area as parent of this image. If I do so, this would move here as that is the new parent. Okay, if I change it back, this would move here. So we can change the parent also. State change script, it is kind of we can run a script based upon, so if a state is reached, a particular state is reached, it can run a JavaScript. So this is a JavaScript. So we can run JavaScript. So that is the scenario. So we'll start with a when it should do. So this is a simple program, kind of. If I run this, so this is what we have written, main.qml. So this is a program. It simply maintains two state, default state, a rotation around center, and if someone presses the mouse, it would just flip the state. Okay, so it would just change the state. So this we don't want now. So we can comment it, and we can place mouse area ID. So this is a code, mouse area ID. Now we'll go to rotate around sun. Okay, so we are here. Okay, so we are here. We can just add one when. So when it should happen, mouse area ID dot, same thing pressed here. Okay, so this state should reach whenever someone presses mouse area, someone presses the mouse. Okay, here in mouse area someone presses the mouse, then there is a logic here. It can be directly put here also, or it can be it can track any variable. So it's not only mouse area ID, it can track any variable change. So property binding would take care of it. So it's simple. So when mouse is pressed, at that time this state would run. So please take care. When mouse is pressed, at that time it was, if we release the mouse, then it would enter the default state. Okay, so actually we can try this. This is also funny way. So mouse is pressed, mouse is released, so it is going back to default. I'll change the radius. So I am just okay. So I am just pressing the left mouse button. I'll keep pressing. Okay, so I am pressing. So Madam Earth is moving. Now I am releasing the mouse. Okay, so it is going back to old like it. Now I'll press again. Release again. Okay, so this is the scenario of when. Okay, so this state would enter when mouse is pressed. If it is released, then it would go to default state. Okay, I am pressing again. It is moving, releasing, going back, pressing again. It is, so state around is in effect. As soon as I release, it is just going back to old state. Press, release, press, release, press, release. Okay, so this is the scenario of when clause. Now we will see extension. Okay, so we can extend a state. So that is an art. Like we can reuse an state. Okay, so we will reuse in it. So this is a state. So now I can reuse it. I can reuse it. State name is rotate on own axis. Okay, so we are reusing it. Extend rotate around center. Okay, what we can add here is property changes. So we'll add few things. Target image ID rotate. So I'll put some very long rotation. Okay, transform origin is item center. So this is actually rotating on its own axis. This rotate is rotating on its own axis. This is not this rotation. Okay, so I think it's clear. So here item Qml. So there is a rotation here. Rotation transform origin. So this is rotation, okay, on its own axis. Origin can be set where center, top, left, and like that. This is different. Transform is completely different. You have to set a transform matrix in this, and four kind of transformation matrix you can set. So four kind rotation, scale, translate, and matrix four kind of rotation are possible in this way. So this is different. So right now we are setting this transform origin and rotation. Okay, so this is what we are doing. Rotation, transform origin item center. So it would rotate on its own axis. So that is the idea. So properties, okay. So earlier we saw it was rotating around center. So it will rotate around center. It is extending, and it will rotate on its own axis. Okay, so this is extension. So right now we have rotate around center. So we are extending it and we are making it rotate on axis. So this is we are extending. So it would rotate around the center as per inheritance, and it will have rotate on more. So what is more? It would rotate on its own axis also. Okay, so transition we have So we will have 2 now, and we can put parallel transition, parallel animation. Okay, so first one, so kind of will make long, or it can be like this, and second one would be image ID, and property would be rotation and same duration. So parallelly it would rotate around the axis, and second animation would be, so this is just animation, so that it will be slow. So main concept is here one. This is just animation. Animation means whatever you are do in slow motion. That's it. Animation is not very fancy. Whatever changes you are making on angle, please do it in this duration. Whatever changes you are making on rotation, please take time. So kind of slow motion. So this is the main concept. State, and then we have another rotate on own axis, and rotate around center. Okay, so we'll remove this mouse pressed. Unnecessary it is making it come. Or we can try. Let's see. Okay, so we try. Okay, so we have transition, parallel. This is state property over transitions. Okay. Okay, so we are in image ID, I believe. Okay. And then this is for okay. So I'm going to press the mouse. Okay, it is rotating, but it's not rotating on its own axis. So we will, for now, we will just comment it, and we will enable this. Okay, so when mouse area pressed, okay, so we will make here state as rotate on axis. So this is silent now. This is parent class one. So everywhere this would work. Rotate around center. Rotate around center. Okay, rotate on own axis. So we'll press okay. So Earth is really rotating. Okay, so we can kind of okay. This proves that when is not instantiable. It is a state only. Okay, so when we press, it is taking care of this only. It is not coming down. So rotation we are making too much rotation, I believe. So kind of we can make 720. This much only. Okay, so Earth is rotating on its own axis and Earth is rotating around center also. So it is coming back to default state now. So this is extension. We are extending. Okay, so we can make it more prominent. Okay, so it is more prominent. So Earth is rotating on its own axis and Earth is rotating on. So nicely we can have inheritance. We have covered when, extend, state change property, state change script, so state change script, if I have a state, if it enters, I can have state change script. So this script would get called and it can do stuff. I think we can add state change script. So if it enters here, it would just log state change script, state change script, state change script, state change script, and script we can make as console log script so it in console Qml script it put. So if enters the state, it would do. I'm pressing again, coming back to default state. So in default we have not put anything. If I press again, it would write Qml script. See, if I press, it will write. So if it enters the on axis state, it would run a script also. So if I press now, it will go to default state. So it won't write anything here. So it is not default state is running, and we are not running any script. But if I click now again, it will come to on axis, it will write again. So this is how it is. So it can be used in this fashion. Okay, so we'll cover parent change, property change, state change is covered. We'll cover parent change. So in parent change, we'll have two parents now, two rectangle, and we will rotate in one rectangle. Changing the parent would shift this image to next parent, changing back. So this way we can actually shift the parent. So this is an idea. So right now image is inside item. Okay, so we will have kind of a rectangle So we will have rectangle and two rectangles. One would be on left side. So left ID. It will have border color as black. Width as there is a property binding here. Width by 2. Height parent dot height. Anchors left parent dot left. So mouse area. Okay, so mouse area we will write. I think we won't have any mouse area in the parent, so we can just copy paste, cut paste whatever we have. 580. So mouse area. Okay, so anchor would fill. Accepted. So we will have both buttons now. Accepted buttons. If mouse dot, so mouse is argument that is given to okay, so it would be here. If mouse click is there, so mouse argument will come by default is left button, image ID. Okay, so image ID is this image ID. So image ID dot state equal to parent left. So we will introduce states, more states now. Parent left, else if mouse dot button equal to qt dot right button, image id dot state equal to parent right. Okay, so we don't need this. Okay, so image state is parent left and image right state is so if it is right button, if we press, then it would rotate on its own axis. So kind of left button is just shifting the right now shifting the parent. Now we can have a rotate on axis. Okay, so Mr. Rectangle is here. So we will have another rectangle now. This is right, black, same thing. Right is right, left button, parent right. Okay, right button, it will rotate on our axis. So now we are done with two rectangles. Now image is there, so we will bar this guy, comment this guy. So right now parent is not decided. So image is like this, everything is same. Okay, so we'll have more states now. State name equal to parent left. Okay. Now we will have parent change. So parent change target is image ID and Mr. Parent new parent is rect left ID. So we modified the parent now. Property change image ID anchors dot center in rect left ID. Okay. So parent left is new state. It will change the parent of image ID to rect left ID, and property change it will have centered in rect left ID. Same thing. Parent right ID. Okay, so this is how it would switch back. Transition would be same, parallel animation and image and this much. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so Mr. Image is here, item is here, item ID I think we don't need at all. Okay, so width and height also we'll keep it. Parent left, that's it. Right. Okay, so we can try. Property changes. Okay, so we have two now, left side, right side. Now I am clicking left button, actually it is moving. So parent is left rectangle. Now I'll go here, I'll do same thing, it is coming here. Okay, and coming to default state. So I can press left. So we have, I think we can change it other way. So that is nice. So idea here is we have two rectangles, left and right, and border color, border dot width 5. Okay, and then we have okay, so width is parent width. If we make little less, I believe it would color would come kind of 5. -5. Okay, and we have to change it back. So I'll say it as right button, so it is easy now. And here also right button, it is easy now. So we'll try again. Oh, very dangerous. Okay, so now I'm pressing left button here. Okay, so now it is other way. So if I press left button, this I modified, then it will switch the window. So I'm pressing here. Okay. So if I press right button, so right button is to switch the window. Pressing here, pressing here, pressing here, pressing here. If I press left button, it will start moving. Okay. So I'll press here. So if I press right button, it shift here. I'm pressing here, pressing here, pressing here, pressing here, pressing here, press. Okay, so we'll just go through the code once again. So here we have a rectangle that is left side, and here we have, if we have right click, we change the parent, and left click, then we do the animation, we change the state. Same thing for the right rectangle. If we right button, then it is changing the parent, and then left button, it is showing changing the state. So this is the state. Two parent changes, parent left, parent right. So left is to set the left rectangle as parent, right is to set the right rectangle as parent. So that's it. Now if I press right button here, right mouse, it is shifting here, it is shifting here. Okay, so now it is rotating. If I press again, it will go to default state. Okay, so it is shifting. Okay, thank you.